Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where I've been out of the loop for a week or so. I've been on vacation.
Where have you been?
We went to Jamaica, man.
I could see it. I could see the color.
Yeah. No, so Jamie and I, during our 20th wedding anniversary, can you believe that? So we got married in 2000, so it's easy to remember. But that was COVID. And so we wanted to do something special then, but we didn't because, obviously you couldn't. So I was like, well, we'll just wait till 25 and we'll go do something fun. So, yeah, Jamaica, man. It was fun.
Caribbean in general is my... That's my go-to place. We went to Mexico this year, so.
Did you?
Yeah, I love it down there.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and everyone is so kind.
Yep.
And appreciative that you're there, because I guess they understand that you can be anywhere. And so, no, they were super nice. It was fun. It was really good. Weather was pretty, and
I think I'm gonna do a February one though.
I could see that.
I'm gonna wait till when they say we're about to have. They always have every year. I feel like there's a new term for some weather that's coming. Like I feel like I hear something I've never heard.
Like El Nino or something crazy.
All thing I know is when I hear weather, it's just going to be super cold.
Yes.
Just tell me it's going to be really cold.
Yep, and then I'll plan something.
I'll go somewhere else. I'm ready.
February.
It's the only time I really don't like being here is just that stretch of like the end of January, February.
Well, and I think it's because everybody gets all kind of excited about cold weather up until Christmas time and like the first of the year, and then we're all over it. But yet we still have 2 more months of it. So we're just like, you need to get rid of it and go do something else.
People that hang out with me will tell you what I say. I haven't complained one bit. When it's the hottest, I've been like, bring it on. Humidity, love it. Just I'm going to save all my complaining to when it's cold.
Well, and I'll tell you what, this past winter took the cake.
That's exactly.
I was trying to explain to somebody in Jamaica about that, and I was like, have you seen snow? And they were like, no. We've been to places where it could snow, but it hadn't snowed. I was like, well, we had 14 inches of snow, and then it snowed, and then typically it melts, but no, it lasted for a month.
Yeah.
And they were like, they couldn't even fathom that.
I can handle the snow. What I can't handle is when you go, so here's the other thing. My complaint of life. Why can't we just say, here's the temperature? I'm tired of hearing this. Well, it's 12. But with the wind chill. Feels like. So how about you just tell me, here's what it's going to be today.
I agree with you.
That way I can just totally prep.
I get you.
Yeah, so sorry. That's what.
Words to Live by Chris O'Boyle.
Yeah, that's yeah.
The weather word.
The weather word. So if you weather people hear me, please.
Yes.
Just give me the temperature.
Well, and here's the thing I don't understand, and Jamie and I talk about this every morning because every morning I get up and or wake up and I just turn the news on to see if there's any like major catastrophes or anything crazy going on the TV. And every morning, the weather is the lead story. It is hot all across the nation. I'm like, well, really? That's all we got? That's it.
I missed the calling. I mean, I respect the weatherman, but I feel like, they have an opportunity with some gray area to say it could be hot today, potential rain. That's all you got to say.
That's all you have to say. As my dad used to say, stick your head out the window and then you'll know what the weather is.
Oh, and we're experiencing Ohio weather right now.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's pretty chilly this morning.
Oh, I know. Jamie came back in. He's like, I need my long sleeve shirt, my long sleeve T-shirt. I'm like, oh,
and you're
gosh.
in shorts and
yeah. I'm still in Jamaican
You're
time.
still in Jamaica clothes. And then here by this afternoon, it'll be toasty.
Nice.
So.
Yep, you got it. Well, I'll tell you what, our good friend Chris O'Boyle is here, and we're going to talk about all things Apple Festival coming up because it's actually a bit early this year. Not technically, but it feels early this year.
It's not that third full week. It's just a calendar thing that happened.
It is a calendar thing.
And it just way it fell on. So this will be the only year. You don't have to worry about it. It goes back to the third full week. We missed it by a day.
Well, there you go. But you know what? Because of the way it fell this year, we were able to get that Ohio State band here and some other really, really cool events coming up. So we do have a message, and then we're going to be back with our good friend Chris here, and we're going to talk about the Apple Festival and some of the really cool stuff that you can look forward to on the streets of downtown Jackson next week. So we'll be right back.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Well, we are back with Chris O'Boyle, and we are going to talk about the Apple Festival, which again is coming up on the streets of downtown Jackson. Well, you'll start setting up what, Saturday?
Saturday, but if you see a red shirt, if you know anybody that's part of our organization, not just the guys, their wives, their kids.
Everybody.
My wife, Lynette, has her Apple Festival to-do list. I mean, she runs our Queen's Tea, but she does stuff for me, and I know we got a lot of, people like in those roles. So it's not
Lots
just a
of
red
behind
shirt.
the scenes.
Yeah. So, but if you see them, I do say tell them thank you because we'll start meeting the first Wednesday of October for next year. So it's not like we come back 6 months and start working on this. It's all year round, but. There's a lot of things happening this year. We've done a lot of behind the scenes stuff that no one knows about. So our Marquee section, we got a brand new section. So we just rebuilt it. So we will have brand new booths for the Marquee, and we'll be replacing every year for the next 3. This year and the next 2 we'll replace it. Yep. So next year will be the other side. Will be in front of the courthouse. Okay. And then we will do Broadway last. And so we're getting new booths. Remember when we built those? They've been over 10 years, so it's time.
Has it really? Time flies.
Yeah. So we got that. Kind of funny. My red shirt guys will find this funny. If you ever watch us bring the stuff uptown, one of the things the red shirts we call it the roulette of our booths because we had these hay wagons. Now I was telling the radio. I just woke up this morning and I realized my first Apple Festival that I was part of, that I built, was 2005. So this is my 20th festival that I have been part of. So, and then I became a board member in 2007.
You're not old or anything, just experience.
Just experience.
Yes.
That's
what we like to say.
Just a little gray. We're moving forward. But we have these hay wagons. Now, I'm going to say they might be as old as the Apple Festival. I don't know.
They appear to be.
They sit really high. And they're not the greatest at maneuvering. So we always had that roulette of guys that had pulled them uptown. It was like,
please, for the love of God.
Slow and steady. But we got new trailers for those. We got a new section of booths.
Awesome.
So behind the scenes, we've had a lot of stuff going on with just the infrastructure, with the things that we got a lot of things going on with the city, with what they're doing with the city, upgrade. Yeah. So that's going to help us down the road. So besides of all of our Apple Festival, what I like talking about that is there's no drive. There's not one of us are sitting in mind going, when is the festival ever going to end? It's like we're building this thing to last. And I was just on the radio.
Sure.
I haven't done the research yet. I plan to have the facts by opening ceremony. I would like to know how many festivals in the United States has been around more than 50 years, let alone almost 100.
Correct.
And I'd say it's very small.
I would say you're right.
And that's from all the people before us, the current people, the young guys coming in. It's the dedication of people like you, people like all of our like Total Media, like all these businesses that support and grow it in the city.
It is interesting. I was thinking back. I was just talking with Adrian and Liv. My goodness, I've been like the county fairs too, but the Apple Festival, I've been covering, doing stuff down there since the late 90s, I think. So, yeah, you think about how much it becomes a part of your life. It's wild. In whatever capacity it is part of your life.
It is part of your life.
Like I got to judge the apple pie contest several years. Yeah. I, obviously got to interview some of the name entertainment and also just cover all the special events. So I see what you're saying, and that would be fun research to do.
Well, it's kind of funny. For work and other reasons, I travel a lot around the state, and they'll ask where you're from, and I'll say Jackson. They'll go, where? I said south of Chillicothe, and several times, is that where the Apple Festival's at? And I kind of smile about it. I'm like, wow, you know us, and
we're infamous.
It's ironic. I was just at the opening game for the Buckeyes against Texas, and we were up at tailgating. And I met this family. They were they lived some out of state somewhere, but they originally from Columbus area, and they were there. We were all talking Buckeyes, having fun. And they asked me where I was from. Once again with that conversation, and when I said the Apple Festival, when I said Jackson, and the woman looked, she goes, "That's where that Apple Festival's at." And I said, "Yeah." She goes, my whole life. She goes, and then when I told her the Buckeyes are coming, they are now coming to the Apple Festival. So, but they were like, ever since I was a kid in Columbus, they said, I always knew about the Apple Festival. I didn't know where Jackson was at. I just knew the Apple Festival's in Jackson.
Oh, it's wild. Like I've told this story a couple times. You'll appreciate this. Is I went to college at Capital University there in Bexley, and I mean, when I had professors find out that that's where I was from, they would started throwing me money and were like, could you bring me back apple butter candy apples or whatever? And I'm like, I didn't realize I was talking with a Grange. I didn't realize how special that is, because I've always just had jars of apple butter, and growing up, my cupboard, it was always there, because we have access to it. But other people, it's like a special treat, and it's a hot commodity. So, yeah, I mean, there's so many things special about the Apple Festival and about our area that people do appreciate. I guess we just don't realize it.
Yeah. And as for a person, I know a lot of people don't realize this. I get this all the time. A lot of people don't realize I'm not originally from Jackson.
Yeah.
So I moved here in 2003, and it's so big part of my family. I always tell people that grew up here, I'm like, I would love to have the opportunity to say that because it's been part of my
for
family,
a long time,
my whole life, and I think it's really cool because just so many cool things with the history of Jackson, the history of the Apple Festival.
Yeah.
It's just something special, and especially in some of the times, we are at with around different places around the world. And I know a lot of times it's easy for all of us to when you live in an area, to kind of nitpick the little things.
Well, yeah, and you don't appreciate
it, but
the things.
We have a great area, and it's a great place to have a family. It's a great place, have a lot of stuff to do, but the Apple Festival is such a big part of this community, and it's an honor for me just to have this position. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of Jafe, I do want to thank you again as an organization, because I think a lot of people think of Jafe as the guys that put on the Apple Festival, but there's, you are a service organization first and foremost, and those food drives that you're doing and the toy drives and all of those things, I think kind of sometimes take a back burner to the Apple Festival, but the Apple Festival allows you also to do some of those things that y'all do behind the scenes. So thank you for, your community efforts as well, and that's as a group.
And it goes back to my guys. These guys give up a lot of their time. And you talk about the food drives; those have been regularly now. I know we've not had one not due to us. It's just because the food banks have been
Sure.
low.
Yeah.
So we are working on trying to get one. We'll for sure have something for the Thanksgiving one, but we're hopefully get back on track, which is not of our control.
Yes.
But
For sure.
we also do. We picked up a program this year. Katie Jones and Dave Sheward. Dave Sheward being our Jafe president, kind of headed this project. We Apple Kids. We take, I think it's right now 120, and I could be wrong. Dave is probably going to text me and yell at me. Dave, don't text and yell at me.
Give us
yet.
a little grace here, buddy.
But we once a month take food to the elementary schools for kids that needed to take home to.
See, I didn't know
for food
about
day.
that.
Well,
That is
there's
really
a lot
cool.
of things. But so the Apple Festival is our major fundraiser.
Sure.
We have several others. We have a golf outing. We have a reverse raffles. We have our spring dance. We have all these events that drives things that we want to do in the community.
Mm-hmm.
But also, and you know this, you're aware of it, the Apple Festival supports many organizations.
Sure.
Because many organizations come up, set up, sell stuff because this is their
That's
biggest
their fundraiser.
That's their fundraiser.
Yeah.
So the guys and what we do, and I'm just say once again, it's their effort. It's selfless. They. No matter what rumors are said, I
Listen, a lot of you guys take off a week of work. That's your, and a lot of people have a week's vacation, and that's the week they choose just to be able to put this festival on.
Yeah,
So,
and several guys.
I mean, that's
it'll start, like I said, a lot of people
lot.
think it starts Saturday, but so like normally we would had our safety meeting already. But unfortunately, we did lose one of our members, Mike Costello, passed away. It's very sad. A very big part of our organization. So
yes, he's always around.
Yeah, he's always around. I was just telling his wife, for me, I need people sometimes to go, Chris, stop, listen, here. And Mike was that guy that sometimes if I needed just someone to tell me what I need, not what I need to hear, what I should hear.
Yeah.
About when it comes to making decisions, I could always say, Mike, Brian Davis is that way for me. It's one of those things, but he was such a valued member of our family. So we had to push that back. So this week we are doing our safety meeting. Parade lineup is this Wednesday. That parade is not, you go to, if you've been to any other place, they'll just hand you a card and get here. We organize with this so we can make it look good, but that's Wednesday night lining up 3 parades on cards on paper, and those guys will get there. Now this year we're going to do a little different because we're doing the meeting, but it's a 4 or 5 hour process.
Sure, it's a big deal.
And then on Friday we pre-stage everything that's going to go uptown. Saturday morning, which if you don't know, Broadway starts closing at 9, and then after that the other streets will close. And we block those off, but we do have I want to give a big shout out to Buckeye Hills. Buckeye Hills has helped us because last few years they have actually come up. They bring kids up to get their hours and their stuff in to help
because they have those programs.
They help us build, which is
that's awesome.
Awesome, yeah, especially as that aging back here. So it is great, but we'll be uptown at 9. Typically, we have structures up by mid-afternoon, but then we're running electric. So we'll have guys that start at 5 in the morning, and some of us won't leave until 1 in the morning.
It's a lot.
Then we're back up here on Sunday all week, and then the following Sunday we tear down. I have different guys that run different things. So it takes so much work, and I always respect it because I watch it because I've been there before, and I love my wife to be able to put up with this, and my kids because during the festival, a lot of people are up there with their families and enjoying it. Our families are working or they're doing stuff while we're working.
Yes,
we don't necessarily get to go around and just stop, but.
It doesn't magically happen. Y'all are working, and somebody has to put it on.
Yeah, but we all enjoy doing it.
But yeah,
we use our laughing most of the time. I'm not saying by the end of the week we get a little tired every once in a while, but we usually it's a lot of good times, a lot of great memories. I mean, I have so many memories with these guys over the last 20 years that. Some stuff I can't say on the radio, on TV here, but it's been a lot of fun, and we just it's a great time. But these guys have put a lot of effort into it, and I believe this year is going to be such a big year for us.
And one of these years, you are going to add the
gallop.
galloping race.
So I got to tell this to you because I was my chairman, Jeremy Dennison, for the games. He took over this year. He's our new chairman for games, and his group is doing a great job. I'm excited to see what games and how he's going to handle it.
Sure.
But they've been working on it. But I was joking around. They were talking about what to fill games with, and I said, well, we could gallop. And they all gave me this look like, what are you talking about?
Did you really say that?
Yeah. And they're all looking at me like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, during COVID, we galloped. I said, it's recorded. It's there. And then, so I didn't get to plug it this year, but we will work on a gallop. But I promise. And if it's out there, you probably find it on YouTube, people.
You could probably find it out there. Yes, we did. So during COVID, if y'all don't know, Chris came up. They couldn't have the Apple Festival that year, so we made our own Apple Festival games at Total Media. So and we added the galloping race.
Yep, that's when you were still down on Main Street.
Down on Main Street.
we blocked off our sidewalk and
we had fun, didn't we?
I hosted the games and you guys had a lot of fun. And when we do come up with galloping as an Apple Festival event, I'm just going to say that was her idea.
It was Jen's idea.
She changed it, so. But yeah.
Well, very good. Well, let's talk about some of the really cool events that will be happening next week downtown Jackson.
I'm so excited. So first of all, the one thing I'm very excited about, and actually privileged. So as we were talking about how long the Apple Festival's been around, so when I got presidency, you kind of want to think back on, this is a big deal, but look at all the people come before me.
Sure.
I mean, just my predecessor, Brandon, that dude went through COVID.
Oh, yeah.
He
Not fun.
He led us through some changing ride companies.
Yeah.
So, just as his example, but we have all these previous presidents all the way back through. And then I started thinking about, how many people besides, like what you said, Jafe's more than the Apple Festival.
Sure.
So how did we get to this point? It's like these people that are, and we several that are still just as active as they were from the first day they were part of it, that helps us, drives us, helps us change, helps us, hey, we've done this, we need to move this, we need to change this.
Yeah.
And you listen to them. So I had to think about, I started looking at our roster, and we had all these, we had 10 people that had over 30 active members that had over 35 years of service.
Whoa.
And so we did as an organization, we came up with a Red Coat Club. And this year,
love that.
This year at the Apple Festival, normally opening ceremony officially will still be 4:00.
Yes.
However, at 3:30, we are going to start early, and we're going to do a Red Coat Club presentation. Their families will get to present to them. The coats are amazing. I don't know if you're a golf fan and you've watched the Masters. The winner gets that green coat and they put it on them. When I was thinking about something we could give to them, I was like, man, it just kept coming up Masters. I'm almost saying George Davis. I got to give him a little credit because me and him big golfers, and I was thinking about George, and I was like, this is something George would like. But so with Andrea's, we come up. They helped us find the perfect red coat. I got Cam Lusk, who's doing the stitching and putting our patches on, and Total Media got our patches designed here.
Awesome.
And the coach will be amazing. We have 10 people. And I'm sorry, I'm going to apologize because it's such a big deal that I don't want to mess up because it is so easy for me to, you know what I mean, forget names here, but not forget names, but leave someone off.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So anyways, we have Alan Stoppmeister. Mm-hmm. We have Brian Davis. Brian, big part, his leadership over the years is amazing. He is one of them people that if I not just Apple stuff, if I ever need advice on something, he's one of those people I would look to.
Sure.
But Bill Cole, Kurt Wiggins, Ed Chin, Joe Wyatt, John Jones, Mitch Costello, Tom Perry, and then Mike Costello. What's sad is Mike was getting his coat this year. So,
So by golly, he should get his coat.
his family will be getting his coat, and we're very
Love
happy
that.
for that. We actually, yeah. So, but those are, and those are still active in some form of a matter. If that's physically doing stuff or supporting the festival, helping us, navigate through a lot of things. These are people that's been around and it's helped
Sure.
us, and they've stuck around with us. So at 3:30 on opening day, we are going to have their coat presentations, and family's going to give it to them. So it's a big deal for us. It's a family thing, but I think it's just to say to them, think about 84 years we've been around. Actually, been around longer. We've had 3 festivals canceled.
Yep.
But out of that, you think 35 years, it's a pretty big chunk of the history of this festival.
Yep.
So, yeah, so we're excited about that. That's a
Should
family
be.
thing.
Really
And then
cool.
traditional opening ceremony,
Yep.
band will come up, that's always great.
Yep.
The band coming up the street gets a little pumped
Absolutely.
up.
Just love it.
Yeah, so. And,
You can hear them from a mile away.
oh,
It's
gosh, you can hear them coming, marching Ironman, it's like one of the things. Why do you go to a Ohio State game? You go to Ohio State to watch the band and football.
Sure.
You come to Jackson,
Watch the band.
and
Yeah.
watch football. So it's great. So the atmosphere on Tuesday, and then Tuesday night lip sync.
Fun.
Lip sync, yeah, that was my first job.
Running the lip sync.
I was a game so once you join, but traditionally, you kind of get put on the board and you get a job, and games was handed to me, and lip sync was my first thing that I had to do. And be honest with you, my first year people that did lip sync, I'm sorry. I was learning. I didn't realize how big this was.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah, and now we have Jace. He's going to be the new guy on the stage. I'm kind of handing over stage voice guide. It's time for me. They said I kind of like the microphone too much, so I'm getting rid of my. It's my habit, man. I got to get rid of it, so I'm passing it over to Jace. But we were having this conversation. He says, "What to expect?" I said, "Be ready."
Yeah.
I said,
This is a real deal.
Not only do you have to help manage this event, you got the crowd, and it's big, and you sometimes got to entertain them. Mm-hmm. So I think you'll do a good job. But yeah, lip sync is going to be, is always amazing.
Yeah.
And then I call Wednesday Parade Wednesday.
Oh, yes.
When I was parade chairman for a while, up to the last 2 years, and parade started in the morning, preschool parade. Mm-hmm. And then you work all the way up to the school parade. Then you got the kickoff parade Wednesday night.
Yep.
So that's Parade Wednesday. So you have 3 parades.
Wednesday is I always say this, and I think it's so very important that people hit both parades on Wednesday. For me, because you get to see the floats in 2 completely different lights.
Yep.
You get to see them in the daylight.
Yep.
And then you get to see them all lit up. And a lot of them change so much. It's really cool to see them both ways.
Yeah, and I
love that.
Lighting. It's like the same thing with your house or a house in general. You see a house during the day, but at night you go by it and it's got the lights on it. Yeah. It does something different.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the floats. And then a lot of those people put a lot of effort into them.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, come up. You should come out and support it, but you should come out and see these parades. It's amazing just what they do, how many people show up, and we'll see what we got. And then Wednesday night we always have the drum line from OU.
Yeah.
We've been talking Ohio State because it's big, but OU every year the drum line
is so cool.
They come in, and I was telling a story on the radio. A lot of people don't know this, but OU has their practice in Athens on Wednesday, and then those kids have to hurry up, jump on a bus, a van, drive to Jackson. And time they get there, they have to usually sprint. And I'm always impressed with them. Last year they were a little later and they were a little far up, and we finally got some golf carts. I was like, come on, get in. But a couple of those kids ran faster on the golf carts. But I'm like, then they perform. And then after the parade, they're on stage performing.
Then they'll perform again, and then they just walk around and have fun and perform.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And then Total Media's got the Jackson Got Talent Wednesday night.
Yep.
Matt and the crew over there on the radio.
And you want to talk about the fact of talent in our area off the chain.
If you just see some, I don't want to say wrong names, but the people that just right now have got like the bands that are performing at different venues here in town. There's some amazing talent, and every year Jack's Got Talent, there's always like 3 or 4 people that when they sing or do with their thing, it's pretty amazing. And I'm also jealous because I'm a social butterfly.
Same.
I can organize anything. Don't have now I sound good in the shower.
Yeah.
I promise.
Well, yeah.
But other than that, my wife disagrees, but I think I sound good. And I can't play an instrument.
Nope, same. I'm like we both have the gift of gab. That's
it. I can't figure out music at all.
No.
Like I go to church and I do my best low voice singing because I don't want to run church.
Just kind of whispering.
Yes, yeah. Not because I'm not, trying to praise God, but mainly because I don't want to offend him.
You don't want to offend God.
Yeah, like, I just figured he'd say, Chris, just stop.
Just shh.
Yeah. So Wednesday night, and then Wednesday's a big day, school.
Yeah, schools are out.
And then
big deal.
We have, you have to forgive me, but we also have this year dealing with our free ride day, our free ride time that we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from 12 to, I believe it's 12 to 4.
Okay.
So that'll be coming up. Also, Brian Moore has organized some of our special needs schools and kids and a day for them to come up when it's not as packed.
Yeah.
So we can help them enjoy the little bit of festival because we're trying. It's hard with being a open festival. We're not gated or nothing like where we can control who comes in and how many people.
Right.
So when we have an opportunity to help someone with special needs to get an opportunity so they can enjoy the festival.
Absolutely.
And once again, this is just another member who says, you know what? I'm already working all week, and I'm doing all this extra, but I'm going to do something extra to help someone else out. Yeah. So it's very impressive.
That's very Jafe-like.
Yeah, that's pretty much most of our guys. So it's very impressive. So, and then Thursday night we have Shane Runyon Band.
Yeah.
Good band, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's to toot our own horn, but I don't know how many places you can go for this kind of entertainment that we have.
And it's free.
It's free. So I ask you, just remember that when you come up. If you come up to watch one of the acts, go buy something somewhere. Buy a sandwich. There's so much good food up there. That's the challenge of the week.
So my first stop is always deep fried pizza rolls.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then my second stop is the chicken and noodles. And then it's just on from there.
Well, so we're up every day. So every morning I usually at the church booth.
Yes.
Got to get my
Steve
sausage.
Evans sandwich.
Yeah, and
Steve Evans sausage sandwiches are amazing.
And a cup of coffee. You got to have coffee.
Those Molnar cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you. I think Adrian. Did you say you'd never had one? A Molnar cinnamon roll, or was that you that said? Adrian.
You never had a cinnamon roll?
From the Apple Festival, the Molnar one. He's never. No, I know.
You'll do a show during the festival, right?
So we'll be
should
up,
we bring a cinnamon roll and have him on camera?
Yes.
I think that's a necessity.
Listen, it's one of those things. Every morning when I up there, I'm always have to fight the urge because I have limited myself to a cinnamon roll a week because if not, they're so good.
It can get ugly. So what I did last year is I went down and had them prepare. I think it was, I was trying to think, like maybe 10. And then we just cut them at the restaurant and dispersed them amongst the staff. And that way we didn't all feel so bad about it. So we divided them up and did it that way. So,
You're sitting there with the joy and shame at the same time.
Like, we cannot eat. We'll all be in the corner in like a coma, like not being able to wait on people. But, yeah. So.
Yeah.
But there's something.
Yeah,
there's elks and all the
so
local
many things. Just every day there's some good food up there,
good.
And you just can't beat it. And then this year it looks with the weather.
That's what Liv was just looking at the weather. It looks like it's going to be sunny and 80 every day.
80, but during the morning it's going to be like, we were joking around. Back in the day, we used to get these. So after the festival, we always have a little dinner, and we always get the guys something, just as appreciation.
Sure.
So the outgoing presidents or the president of that festival that year would give you something. We usually get these coats because when I first started, it was not unheard of by the time Friday and Saturday come around for you to have to. It snowed a couple times.
I was just telling them there was a Wednesday that I was up there doing the Little Queen contest and the parade, and it snowed on me. I was up on that forklift thing, and it snowed.
Oh, it
was miserable.
Yeah, and we used to get these coats, and then I have in my closet all these red pullovers, and over the last few years, it's been so hot.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been really pretty.
We haven't really had any. Now I'm like this morning. I got walked. I was like, okay, I might get to use a pullover.
This feels like the Apple Festival.
I'm kind of excited. But it's gonna be good. But so we get through Thursday and then we go into Friday, and Friday night, Dylan Carmichael.
Yeah.
I suggest if you haven't heard him by now, he is actually an up and comer.
Yep.
I believe he's got one on the top 100 right now. But look him up. He's very good. I'm going out on a limb. I think in a couple years, people around the area is going to say, I saw him at the Apple Festival.
Yep.
And we've, Lady A.
You guys have lucked out, Little Big Town. Y'all have lucked out several years.
So it's. I think he's going to be that guy. Yeah, come out. If you're not going to Ironton, I know we travel to Ironton.
That game. Well, there's a lot of people, though, that, believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, that don't have to go to a football game.
Yeah. But yeah, feel free. And then throughout the whole week.
So much fun.
On the both the small stage and our both stages, we have stuff going on all week. And I do want to say, when you're up there, also look at our signs. Look at our signs, all of our businesses that sponsor. And I'd like to take time to thank all you businesses. Thank everybody out there that supports us. We definitely couldn't do it without them. And they're pretty much, most of them are just, I'd say we don't really have to ask. It's already ready for us. And we appreciate it. So besides thanking us red shirts, all the names on those signs you see, thank them. Because
absolutely,
without them, and we couldn't do what we do. But I just think about that because we have all this entertainment and all these things. It's just amazing. And then we're going to go into Saturday.
Oh, my goodness.
I will just tell you this. If you are a person in a booth, if you are running a booth, your organization or any general,
you better get ready.
We say this every year to everybody. Whatever you do Tuesday through Friday, you're going to do that on Saturday. I said, if whatever you do Tuesday through Friday this year, might want to double it. I was just telling a story on the radio. So over at Red Apple, over at our office, at the Red Apple Realty, at our office, we were one of those people helping sell the band show tickets.
Oh my gosh!
So if you have never seen the Ohio State Marching Band, you can't. I didn't really think about this because I'm up to Ohio State regularly.
Sure.
But we just had a lady drive like 4 hours down here to get. They got 20 band show tickets, and Robin was talking to her, and she basically said, my kid's in the band. Oh. We don't get free tickets to the games.
Right, and you think what that costs
to get
for her to be able to go see her kid.
Or you could get to watch practice, but you don't really get to watch them to perform
on
the field.
Yeah, on the field, yeah.
So, Dr. Hogue, I know they're going to have some...
oh, my gosh.
The last 2 weeks, I've been up there with Texas and then Grambling. They did... And I've been up there... So I've seen so many crazy stuff on the field with the band. I'm just like, I'm excited to see what they do.
Yep.
But for $20, you get to come in, you get the up close, something you don't really get to see, even if you're at shoot, unless you get right there.
Oh, I mean, you're going to be able to basically reach out and touch them. That is wild.
We're going to see Script, Ohio. That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll make an apple on the field.
I've been thinking about the apple tower. I don't know. I've been thinking, I have all this like grandeur. I'm like, I hope I just don't go too far, But they this past weekend they had the alumni band there too, so this field is packed.
Oh my gosh!
From end zone to end zone with band people, and they're going to do Script Ohio halftime. Next thing you know, they do 4 corners of Script Ohio.
Oh wow!
And I'm sitting there going, wait, if they could do that at Alumni Stadium, this is going to be amazing.
Oh, man.
So if you haven't got your tickets, they're going fast. There's only so many we could sell. Well, now, once again, this is the high school.
And this is the whole band show. Like, there's how many other bands, local bands, going to be there?
There'll be a lot.
It's a ton.
So we're going to have our parade's packed. I don't have the exact number.
Yeah.
We're at capacity with our bands. And then the band show, you got that going on up there. But to actually see Ohio State here and then see it, $20, it helps support the school, it helps pay for the band, it's helping.
Yes.
And you get to see them, and I'm so excited. So it's going to be an amazing Saturday, and then you top it off with the wrap up of the parade at night.
Oh my gosh!
So I think the festival is going to be very special this year. It's always special, but having Ohio State there is like since 2001.
Yep. And I remember that like it was yesterday.
As so many people, because I wasn't here.
Just like it was yesterday.
When I joined, that was first thing I heard people talk about.
That and the Budweiser Clydesdales.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard that too.
And that was fun because I got to help get them ready.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Horses scare me. If we get them, I'd have to call you because I don't know.
I got your back.
Thanks. But yeah, so if you haven't got your band ticket, the show, as you can see, call us, come by several places. They're listed online, Callahan Insurance, Red Apple.
Yep.
Come over, get your band show. You holler at me. I still got tickets.
Yep. You're not hard to find.
Yep. Ride passes are out there.
And those are a great value.
They're great value because they're normally, I think, $25.
Yeah.
We did have a raise. They went from 10 to 15.
Okay. So you're still saving $10.
Still saving $10
a day.
And our Big O, our ride company, there's a lot of expense for them, and time they pay fees to the state and this and that, and with fuel costs and everything on the rise and all that stuff, they had to do it. They held as long as they could. They've been a great company for us, so we understood it, but still saves you $10.
Yeah.
A couple other little things I'd like to mention, you guys. We were just talking about it a little bit before we got on the air, but we was on the radio talking about it. Now, the Apple Festival has nothing to do with people that are putting their chairs out.
Hey, now I have refrained this entire time. Don't egg me on now.
I'm not going to egg you on. But I will say this, from us to you, please be courteous to homeowners and business owners. Don't just throw something on the property without asking. At least ask them. I think most people in our community, if you went up to them and say, hey, can I put my chairs out? They're going to tell you yes. Just be respectful. And then my last thing I ask people is Broad and Broadway on Wednesday and Saturday night to South Street, on Church to South Street, is our parade lineup area.
Yep.
And we block that off. Some people want to come close and park during the day, and then they want to leave at night. Let me tell you, we have that area closed for big reasons, safety.
Sure.
We have kids getting off floats.
Yes.
We have things moving around. Our parade, even on Wednesday, but especially on Saturday, a lot of people don't realize this. The head of the parade is coming to break up before we've even kicked off the back of the parade.
Yep.
So we have a lot of moving parts, and we got people on the road. So on Wednesday and Saturday night, if you don't want to get stuck till after we got the parade area open again, don't park over there. But if you do, have patience, and just remember, we're not just trying to block streets off just to block them off.
No,
we're doing it for the safety of all the people involved. That's giving you the entertainment of the parade. But but hey, it's going to be a fun week.
It is. And Chris, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you to the Jafe committee for all that you do. And, we all look forward to the Apple Festival every year, and it will be, again, seems a little early this year. We'll be actually starting next week on Tuesday. So it'll be great.
It's going to be a week from today. We'll be ready. But, Streets close 9 a.m. Saturday, so the nostalgia starts Saturday.
It does. It
yeah.
does.
So.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Oh,
thanks
thank
for all the
you.
stuff. We appreciate everything you guys do. We appreciate everything Total Media does for the festival.
That's why we're here.
Yeah.
To do things just like that. So, well, I'll tell you what, our friend Pete Wilson is here in the house, and I've been missing him. I haven't seen him for a week. So, we're going to catch up with him and some news, and want to thank Chris once again for stopping by.
Sorry for being late.
Oh, I'll forgive you.
I blame Matt.
I know, he's a talker. All right, well, I'll tell you what, we have a couple of messages, and then we'll be back with Pete Wilson and some news.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back with Pete Wilson and a stack of news I see.
We've got some, yes. All right. Well, let's just plunge right in.
Okay.
This is one that I wish I would have been able to talk about earlier on Main Street TV. We've had it in the paper, on the radio, but, there's been lots going on, the Ohio Hill Country Festival and all. But this was a very scary incident that happened a weekend ago from this past weekend, out on Pattinsville Road in the city of Jackson, in that section that's in the city of Jackson. Past where Holzer Jackson is before you get to the Appalachian Highway in that section.
Took me a minute to figure out where that was.
Well, this occurred on the evening of Saturday, August 30th, actually just after midnight, so it's Saturday.
Okay.
At 12:15 a.m., lady, Carolyn Oliver, lives there on Pattinsville Road. She heard noise outside her house, and then she heard gunshots outside her house, and she thought that gunshots were being fired inside her house through the garage door. So she calls 911, of course, and her son, who lives next door, that's Richard Oliver. When there was damage done to the garage door, it triggered a security alarm. So he shows up. And when he shows up there at his mother's house, there is a car that is, a car had crashed into the garage door and damaged the garage door. And there is a man there who turned out to be the suspect in this case, has a gun, and he has fired shots into the house. Multiple shots into the house.
Why would he do that?
Well, the reason that he did that was, as it turned out, and he was captured and arrested, and as it turned out, amazingly, fortunately, nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
He was on methamphetamine, self-admitted on methamphetamine, said he didn't know where he was, what he was doing, didn't know the lady who was in the house. So, it's very scary.
Wow.
But when Richard Oliver came, he confronted this man. This man walked toward him. Then he saw, he was holding something, a gun or whatever. And the next thing Richard Oliver knew, he was hit in the head with some kind of blunt object. I don't know whether it was the gun. That never really was explained in the initial narrative we got from the police department. But he was hit, and he was injured to the degree, the severity of the blow fractured one of his vertebrae in his neck. And so he had to go to the hospital, released and everything like that, but, in a neck brace and all like that.
That is terrifying.
So the suspect, who we'll now identify as Stephen Galoni, age 36, there he is right there. He's from South Point. I'm not sure about any Jackson County connections, other than I can tell you when I did some checking on him, multiple offenses through municipal courts, but his address is now South Point. And
Wow.
he just happened to be driving on Pattinsville Road, messed up on meth, and he just chose to get out of there and fire shots into the garage door there with poor Carolyn Oliver inside.
That is
so after he attacked or assaulted Richard Oliver has a gun. He has a gun. He ran around the back of the house. Of course, the Jackson police show up. They call in extra help. There was a SWAT team there too, because initially they didn't know whether he had gotten into the house because of the damage to the garage door and what they thought must have been an attempt to get in anyway.
Yeah.
They didn't know whether he was still in the back or, if he had fled elsewhere on foot. They found him a little bit later hiding in a ditch, just in a wooded area, just behind the Carolyn Oliver's house. He was taken into custody and
my goodness.
has been charged in Jackson County Correctional Facility. He will probably face charges, additional charges through the Jackson County grand jury, but he was incarcerated. He was on a $50,000 bond through municipal court initially. But according to the police report, Galoni stated that he had run out of ammunition, repeatedly apologized to officers after he was arrested, admitted to taking the illegal drug methamphetamine. He asked officers if he had killed anyone and said the meth made him do crazy things and that he didn't even know where he was. He was taken to Holzer Medical Center Hospital, cleared by medical staff, and then incarcerated in the Jackson County Correctional Facility with, I believe, a charge of aggravated burglary. Now that's just a starter to get him held or whatever because of the attempt to what looked to be the attempt to break into the garage door or the house through the vehicle being rammed into the door. So that was, I guess, the crime of the week that we reported on.
I guess so. That's a doozy.
Okay, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office wants to get this word out, and so we'll help with that. Once again, warning about scams.
Yeah.
This was a general alert, but it was triggered by a certain scam attempt that I can testify to because it showed up on my phone.
Did you get it?
Did you get it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, this is one I've seen before, but this came via text, but it could be email, it could be a phone call. But what it was a enforcement message supposedly from the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles that states that you have failed to pay a traffic ticket, you face suspension of your vehicle registration, 30-day loss of your driving privileges, a 35% service fee at all toll booths in the future, possible prosecution, and a negative effect on your credit score if you don't immediately pay this. And then there's a link to pay.
I'll bet there is.
Of course, you don't want to do that.
Do not touch the link.
Right. I can verify that. I don't know how many people received this, but I was one of them. I didn't call the sheriff's office, but I did receive that. So
don't fall for this.
What the sheriff's office is saying is, they are getting more and more reports of scams, phone calls, emails, text messages, even through social media. Pause and think before clicking any links or giving out any personal information. Verify who you're speaking with before sending money or sharing details. Remember, legitimate agencies, banks, and government officials will never demand payment through gift cards, wire transfers, or immediate threats. So, word to the wise there.
Yep.
All right. Wanted to also report this. This was recently. The Ohio Secretary of State, Frank LaRose, who is running for state auditor, by the way, but this year he is the Secretary of State. I believe he's on his second term.
Okay.
He does get around a lot traveling, and he was at Vinton County High School not too long ago, a week ago, in the middle of the week. And he was there to impress upon the students the importance of voting and to impress upon them. Here is Frank LaRose right in the middle, and he is flanked by the two Vinton County Board of Elections top staffers, Deputy Director Marie Reffett on the right, or rather on the left, I'm sorry, and on the right is the Elections Director, Melissa Missy Hale. And so, he had a chance to meet with them. They did a mock election there where, they had the kids vote on different fun things. And guess what beverage what beverage was the runaway victory in Vinton County? And we're talking about soda pop.
Ski pop?
Ski by far. Yeah, so even crossing the county line, ski is popular. And there is Frank LaRose drinking ski while the principal, Megan Sowers, addresses the students. So that was very educational for the students. Frank LaRose, one of the things he showed was the number of races through the state. And this usually happens on the local level where the voting isn't quite as heavy as it is statewide or regional. And that is the number of races that were decided by one vote. So when they tell
We've seen it happen.
When they tell you your vote counts, they aren't just whistling Dixie. You're
not kidding.
Certainly the truth. Okay, McKee Paving should be back in town tomorrow. That is the contractor for the city paving in the city of Jackson. Mm-hmm. They should be working on Broad Street, Walnut Street, and Locust Street, or sections of. So if you're driving through that area, especially starting tomorrow, be careful. It may be one lane, may be blocked while they're paving. I think they've already milled those streets, so it's a little rough right now. That the milling is the first process of the paving before they put the paving material down. And then there will be paving next week in some of the streets in the Jackson Heights subdivision.
Okay.
So the Jackson City paving is wrapping up. Okay, this gave people quite a start on Friday around midday period. Horses showed up on Broadway Street in downtown Jackson.
Stop.
There it is. I'm not lying. Okay.
Yes, there they are.
Okay, now you're a horse person, right?
Yes.
I'll put you on the spot. Can you tell what kind of horse that is?
It appears to be a quarter horse.
You are right. You win the. I wouldn't have known that, but that is a quarter horse. And so, what were the horses? There was three of them. This is maybe she get her name. This is Mary Beth Raber. She lives on Lake Catherine Road, or I don't know whether she lives on Lake Catherine Road, but she and her husband Kevin run a quarter horse business there. I didn't know. It's called Diamond K Horsemanship. Have you heard of that?
So, yeah, and people have no idea what they're doing out there. Mm-hmm. It is incredible.
Well, they buy and sell quarter horses,
yes.
And it's just not a Jackson County business. This is wide.
No, but go all.
That happens to be where they are. And when I talked to her,
it's unbelievable.
When I talked to her and I said, well, "What's going on?" That was just basically a promotional video. You know, it looks a little cool with the buildings behind and all like that. And so that's why they were there on Friday. All within 10 or 15 minutes, they were in and out. But that's what was going on. I've had numerous people who saw them or noticed that when I was...
Just not something you see every day in downtown Jackson.
No, they didn't schedule the press or anything like that. I just happened to be running a banking errand, and there they were. That was on Broadway Street in the block between Pearl and Walnut. All right, so what else do we want to tell you real quick? I got to show you this. Last Saturday, the Kent State Golden Flashes, that's Cade Wolford's team, they were down at Texas Tech, which is nationally ranked. They're 24th. The Golden Flashes couldn't stand up to the Red Raiders at all. It was 62-14, unfortunately. However, and he made a great catch, and I want you and everybody else to see it. We've got a video.
Yep, pretty cool stuff.
It is. That is number 21, Cade Wolford, making a diving catch. I'm sure it probably had to be confirmed by replay and all like that.
Oh, yeah.
But Cade now, in 2 games, remember he was a running back at Jackson High School, one of the best to ever come through, as his daddy Shane was.
Sure.
And Cade now, in 2 weeks, as a slot receiver, and he may even run the ball from that position, but mainly catch passes. He has caught 4 passes now in 2 weeks, and 3 of them have gone for touchdowns.
And that's, they're saying that's what, second highest,
second
or something like that?
Yeah, second highest in the country right now.
He even made Sports Center.
I did not see that, but I heard about it.
Yep.
But he also had a 3-yard reception to go along. That was a 16-yarder, by the way. So 2 catches for 19 yards. Of course, the first week against Merrimack at home, that was where he had the 2 long ones, added up to 109 yards. They were both touchdowns there.
Jackson kid does good.
Right. Speaking of Oak Hill kids doing good, the Red Storm had their second game. It was at Alumni Stadium. They lost, unfortunately, 48-0 to Georgetown, Kentucky. Remember, this is a first-year program. First-year program. But one of the bright spots was Oak Hill safety Andy Meldick. He is just a freshman. He had an interception, again, another interception. He had one the week before.
Nice.
And, when you're not scoring very many points or getting a lot of yards, you punt a lot. Well, he punted 7 times. He is the Oak Hill punter. He's the Rye Grand punter and doing a very good job at that as well. So Rye Grand will be playing again. And he had an interception. His interception return was for 42 yards. So he not only stole the pass, but he ran for a while afterwards. So Andy Meldick has been one of the bright spots for the Red Storm. They will be on the road this Saturday at Ferris State University, and that is in Big Rapids, Michigan. So a little bit of a trip.
That's a haul.
Right. And unfortunately, all of our local teams, high school teams, lost on Friday night, including the Jackson Ironmen. They had a big showdown with Wheelersburg. The Pirates came in and defeated Jackson 17-7. Something had to give there. Both teams were undefeated. Both teams are really thinking they're going to have great seasons. And this Jackson has won the close games the last 5 years, but Wheelersburg, they earned it. They came up into the Ironman's house, dominated the second half, and ended up winning by a fairly close score of 17-7. So our other teams also lost. The Wellston Golden Rockets went to South Point. They had lightning delays there. 2 of them, they didn't actually get the game finished, but it was far enough along into the second half. They called it a game with South Point winning 24-6. Trimble defeated Vinton County at Trimble 10-0, and the Oak Hill Oaks lost at home against Rock Hill. So we'll tee it up again on Friday night. We'll preview all that a little bit later in the week, and we'll tell you more things tomorrow. And Chris O'Boyle set the table for me. We'll be giving you some more Jackson Apple Festival preview information as we wind down towards the weekend.
Lots of fun coming up here in our area.
Right.
For sure. All right. Well, Pete, thank you so much for stopping by. We thank you all for tuning in. And it's always a lot of fun to be here in the morning. So we will see you right back here tomorrow with several guests and more news. So we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.